Katie. Welcome to my coaching moment, listening. Listening is something that we often talk about and say most people would think that they are good listeners, and yet doing it and doing it really, really well is an incredible craft. And why would we do it? Well, listening, really listening to somebody, is having huge influence and impact. And any of us who are leaders, team leaders, managers, and even to be able to be an effective colleague and friend at the moment, particularly in this period of stress and crisis, listening is such an important quality. Lots of research has been done on listening, and what's fascinating is in a typical work day, so let's say 8 to 9 hours, if that is the case for some of us, only about 8 minutes of that work day will be remembered the next day. So we actually have a very limited capacity to listen. What's really, really important here is to think about then, so what's going wrong? If we know it's important, and if most of us have an intention to be good listeners, why are we not so good at it? Well, our brains are just very, very busy. We are incredibly distracted. We are thinking about the shopping list. We're thinking about the conversation with our partner the night before. We're thinking about, how am I going to get everything done today? We've got all these things going on inside our heads all the time. And even if I make really good eye contact with you, it's actually possible to see, as I look in your eyes, all the things that are going on in the background, in my hardware, as I look at you. So if you are any kind of leader in any capacity, listening is so important and so simple. And what's really critical is that you are present. You are really there in the moment, giving someone your undivided attention. Think for a minute, when was the last time that somebody really listened to you and gave you their undivided attention? Just get curious for a minute. When was that? And what was it like? What was the impact that it had? People often say, I felt valued, I felt appreciated. I actually thought I could say more, say my feelings, say the concerns I had, if I really felt someone was listening to me, rather than just looking at me. And then every time I looked away, they quickly, surreptitiously looked down at their phone, which we think we're so subtle at doing, and yet we're not so subtle. Here's a model, a simple framework for those of you that are wanting to get better at listening. And I would urge you in the corona times, it's actually really, really important to do listening even better than you would normally, because people have got so much on in their lives and we can never make assumptions about what else is going on for somebody at the moment. So the first one, and there's 4 levels of listening. I'm going to talk through each one, and as I do, I want you to think about which of those levels am I good at naturally and which ones might I want to focus on more, because we all listen for certain things. So the first level is for facts. So that is information, data, specifics. So people might be talking to you about when they're going to deliver the project, the key details and information that they're going to put in, the place that they're going to store it on the hard drive, who they're going to send it to. So all of these things are tangibles that are said and can be recalled. And many of us are probably consider ourselves quite good at remembering facts. So that's level 1 of listening. The second level is the non-verbals. So as I listen to you, and as you listen to me, what are you noticing about me that I'm not saying? What messages are you hearing through my body language? As I look away and out into the garden, as I move slightly backwards and forwards, as I look down, as I furrow my brow, as I smile at you, you might be getting curious about what's going on, what is being conveyed, and what kind of day am I having today? So the non-verbals are critical, and as human beings we are incredibly adept, if we focus on them, to pick up on and notice the non-verbals. The third level of listening is emotions. And again, these are what feelings and emotions are you picking up on as I speak with you today. I'm feeling in quite an energetic and positive mood today. And I'm hopefully conveying that in my voice and my tone of speech and how quickly I'm speaking. And other days, I might be feeling quite low. I may not say that, but in the tone of my voice, in the spaces in between, in how I hold my head and my shoulders, you may pick up on that. So the third level is emotions, and then the fourth level is assumptions. So what are the broader messages that you are hearing between the lines of what I'm saying? And as a boss and as a colleague, those things are really important to pay attention to too. So is this person struggling with their job? Are they finding the boundary between home and work really challenging at the moment? Are they worried about perhaps family members? They may not be voicing it, but have they got significant stress? Are they worried about their own health? So really listen to those assumptions as well. And I'll just repeat those. So the first level is facts. The second level is non-verbals. The third level is emotions. And the fourth level is assumptions. Really think about, as you have your next conversation with somebody, what do I do naturally? What am I good at? And what are the things that I could perhaps pay more attention to? And if I do that, what could I notice? What insights could I get that I didn't already? And often what we find is that there is a wealth of opportunities and risks and ability to create better trust, which I've talked about in a previous coaching moment, better trust and better relationship with others if I'm better at listening. Good luck with it. Do please share your insights from what you found out. Thank you.